Hey, good morning, everybody. So today I just want to do a quick, while I got a moment before I truly start my workout, cover a couple things that kind of what's in the gym bag. So even though I've taken most of this stuff out, there are certain things that I do carry with me pretty much every day in my gym bag. But today I'm going to talk about wraps and straps, mostly for your hands and wrists. We'll do one for your knees and elbows and stuff another time. So without further ado, I'm just going to start and go through kind of each one, how they work, and benefits, things I like, things I didn't like. So here we go. So first up is a Rogue wrap. These are kind of nice. It's more of a CrossFit thing, I think, is where it's come from. These basically, you start at this end and wrap it around your wrist, and then as you get to the very end, once you've just simply wrapped it, I've got to there's little strings on the end here, which once wrapped, they just simply tuck around each other. So let me show you real quick how that works. Let me balance the camera here while I do this. So these, you simply put like this around your wrist. From here, start the wrap, go around, round, round, round. And what you do to make it tight is, once you twist it, simply go ahead, tuck the string underneath itself, then you just simply twist the wrap. This actually makes it fairly tight, not as tight as others, but it does allow for a quick adjustment. If you're in the middle of a WOD, you don't have time to be playing with Velcro and rewrapping, you can simply just grab your wrist, rotate it, and it'll tighten it up. That part of it, great. For a normal type of workout, I'd rather have a little more support on my wrist, so I've kind of ventured away from these, and we'll throw them in my bag. Maybe my daughter will use them. Or if I start doing more WOD type stuff and I feel the need, I may switch back and throw them back in the bag. The next one is an Inzer, and this is more of your traditional wrist wrap. They have a little thumb loop in the end, as you can see. Simple enough. I'm going to show you that one real quick. And they also have Velcro on them, as you could hear. So you put your thumb through this little loop. I usually pinch it with my hand, go around, and around, and stretch. Works pretty good. If you want to make it tighter, the trick is you wrap it relatively loose to start with, just to kind of get it on there. Then from there, I tend to wrap it around my other hand. Now I can really pull it tight. Hit the Velcro, and now you have a lot more support on your wrist. I've used these for years. This is probably my second pair of them. The only thing I don't like really is the thumb loop, but you can untuck it, can tuck it in if anybody needs you to, and it's out of the way. The downside to these that bothers me, even though I've had them for years, is just when you do that initial wrap, it puts a seam surface right on my wrist. When you're wearing them tight, it just kind of bothers my wrist. It's personal preference, but this is pretty much what you see most people at the gym wearing. Another version is, these are by Grizzly. I've probably had these 3 or 4 years. My problem is I have little wrists, so I usually put a wristband on underneath them just to give it a little more space and a little more comfort, because they can, the downside here, so you slip them in, you just simply wrap it around, there's your support. I don't feel like I have as much support with these, and it may be because I do have a small wrist, so I'll put on a simple sweatband on my wrist first, then slip this on. Beauty of these, it's just one simple strap. Once you put it in, you kind of slide it up a little bit over your wrist to give yourself the support, tighten it up. Pretty good. I really can't complain about these. These have kind of been a go-to if I forget, or the Inzers are in a different bag or something along those lines. Depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I wear them for my when I do snatches. just because they come down, and then if I'm using a strap, depending on how much type of Olympic lifting I'm using. This is the new pair. These are called Gangster Wraps from Mark Bell. You can pick them up on howmuchyoubench.com or .net, I'm sorry. And these are great. I'll be using these today, so I'll give you more of a review on these in a little bit. These have a loop on them as well. It's a little bit different placement of it. So these, you can hook just like a normal thumb grip, just like that, and wrap around, but you can see now the seam is up closer to my thumb. It already, just in playing around with them, felt a little more comfortable. We'll see how it goes with the workout today. I'll do more of a review. So again, same sort of thing. These are the Gangster Wraps, the originals, so they're 36 inches long, so there's a lot more wrap. Mark Bell says, you know, you can use them on your elbow or something like that as well, but I feel you almost need somebody to help you when it comes to wrapping your elbow. It almost takes two people. The other way you can use them, you simply slip your fingers and your whole hand through here, through the whole loop. From there, you wrap around. You can hold it in your hand and wrap around, and I think you get a little more of your wrist in there when you do it this way, and that's probably how I'll be wearing them today. Well, again, we'll see. Strap it up. From here, to get it off your hand, just simply pull the strap back. You can tuck it back in, out of the way, and there you're ready to go. A lot more support, a lot bigger wrap. Maybe it's because they're new, they're not as flexible. They're all kind of like cotton-based, elasticy like, similar to an Ace bandage, but much thicker. So, pretty excited to have these. We'll give these a shot today, see how it goes. So real quick, the last thing I'm going to talk about is different wrist straps. So this is kind of your traditional slip-on, goes around your wrist like this, like so, at which point your hand sticks through in this fashion, and then you simply just grip the bottom of it around the bar or whatever, and gives really good support. So you can hold it this way. That bar is not going anywhere. If your hands are a little bit sweaty, I do recommend that you put a little chalk or something on your hands, because it'll just they do kind of slip. Not that it comes out, but it just feels a little greasy to me. This is your gymnastic style, 2-finger loop. They simply go on in this fashion. They don't necessarily help you to hold the bar in your hand. It still relies on your actual grip. However, it does protect your hand and those nifty little calluses you get right there. Great for doing WOD workout, where things you have to do a lot of pull-ups and stuff, where you're naturally just getting a lot of friction on the bar. I don't use them for normal lifts, but only when I'm doing, again, CrossFit type WOD workout. These are ones, this pair I picked up via eBay, or the WOD store, I'm sorry, and these run about $20. They're just made out of medical tape. Actually, I should take it back. This is the pair I bought. They're thinner. Once I saw this, once they showed up and I was a little annoyed at what they actually were, I figured, man, you know what, I can make these. I went out and I probably spent $5 on medical tape. I bought 2 rolls. I only used 1 to make them. Mine are much thicker, and they work great. Simply put your fingers through the loops in this fashion, work just like the gymnastic one, then you put tape around your wrist. One, it gives you a little wrist support, but it also keeps it from sliding. Cheap, economical way, protect your grip. Last thing you can see is this little blue pad. This is just something that if you wanted a little bit of grip on a bar, like let's say you're doing a deadlift, but you didn't want a full wrap or anything like this, just simply put that around the bar and pull it up. This is really nothing more than yoga mat material. Same material that this big yellow mat is made out of, but this one's just a little bit thicker. Cheap, easy fixes. I got one more in my bag that I actually carry and I use. That's my gym bag, by the way. And here they are. These are the ones I use for Olympic lifting. These are made by Rogue. These you simply put on your hand like this. Oh, I put it on wrong. Goes this way, around your wrist. From here, you simply take it, wrap it around the bar. I kind of tuck it, if you can see there, kind of tuck it through. You can see, you twist, hold on to the bar. It ain't going anywhere. When you want to let go, the weight's heavy, we did our lift, we want to drop it, you simply let go of your hand, whole thing comes undone. A lot nicer than the style that just continually wraps around. I do have some of those. I don't even carry them in my bag anymore. Once I bought these things are great. These were a little pricey, probably because of this nifty red patch that's on there. Run about 30 bucks. Cal Strength sells some, and I believe you can find some on eBay. My buddy picked some up off of eBay. They work well when we were doing training, but his were, the nylon was a little bit thicker, so when we wrapped it around the bar, the grip just felt so much bigger half the time you used mine. All right, get at it. It's wrist wraps and straps 101, and I'll post up a review later with the new gangster wraps. All right, so here we are. It is Tuesday, October 13th. I'm back. Just showed you a clip about wraps and straps and things you might want to have at the gym. This is going to be my lunch. It's about 1 cup basmati brown rice, serving of cheese, 7.5 ounces of chicken, and a half cup of white beans, and a tablespoon of salsa. Sweet tooth. Got me a couple little Snickers there. And eventually throughout the day, sometime before I go leave work, I'll eat my Quest bar. That's apple pie. Still sipping on my aminos. I haven't got very far. That's about it, folks. Keep grinding.